It's an outdoorsy kind of a day. I don't know what to tell you about this one. Well, this one was a struggle a little bit. Not too bad. I guess the only struggle was that I knew I wanted to put a rowboat in there, but I wasn't sure how to do it, so I just kind of winged it and kept messing with it until it looked sort of right. I don't know why my hand shakes when I do these videos. There we go, that's a little steadier. Well, I don't think it's my hand, I think it's the fact that this is a card. This is the 4th card, by the way, of this year, and my goal is to have 200 cards by November that I will give away to the church I go to, so that they can make money from them at an art auction that they do in November. So between now and November, hopefully I'll get another 196 in, because I've got 4 done already. And this will be one of them. Plus I put this on my Fine Art America site so that I can sell prints of it, but I don't usually sell very many prints. But I want to show you how I did this one. I did it with gouache, and as you watch the video, you'll see I made my share of mistakes. You know, I guess that's just part of it. All right, let me show you how I did that right now. Good morning. All right, let's try to do a painting. Okay. At this point, you have already seen the intro, and I haven't, so I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I guess I'll start with some water. So I'm starting to paint water, just water, on a blank greeting card. This is greeting card number 4, and my goal before November. Oh, by the way, today's April Fool's Day, April 1st. How you doing? It's a funny thing that somebody in history did to create a date where people fool each other. Did you do this when you were a kid? I did. I tried to come up with funny things, you know, nothing harmful, nothing that would make people worried, but something silly, you know. I can't even think of an example now, but yeah, I was the kid. I'm still the same way in a way, but I don't do pranks. Not really. But yeah, I was a kid who was always trying to get people to laugh, so I wouldn't do something to make people worried, you know. But I was the one who wanted to make people laugh. And now I just want to make people have a good time. I don't want to make them have a good time, right? I shouldn't say it that way. Whoa, got a little purple on there. Well, how did I do that? I must have dipped it into the purple. Or maybe this will be one of those weird colored cards. Yeah, let me spread that around. That's not a bad idea. Just make this one of those where the colors don't necessarily match what's in nature. Let me put a little water line right there. I think I see something already in here. Something I want this painting to look like, I think. Excuse me. I'm just watering it down. So I wanted this to be in the distance. I was shooting for orange, and I hit the. See what I do? I have the orange and the purple right next to each other. I guess I wasn't looking. That's okay. I don't even know why I put purple on the palette. But what was I looking at the other day? I was looking at it was some kind of wispy grass. Robin was asking me if I knew what it was called, and I do not know what it's called. But I was looking at this. We were both looking at it, asking me what it was called. And I said to Robin, that grass must have been made on a day, or created on a day that God felt like being artsy. God created that grass on a day where he felt artsy. Some things are more artsy than others, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Or is artsy the word we use when we don't really like something? I don't know. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. All right. I'm not even sure I like that little area right there. But I'm going to spread some water on it a little bit. Just kind of give it a soft edge. I should give the top a soft edge too, I think. Yeah, let me do that. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh, it's April Fool's Day, so what kind of a prank would you pull that would be, harmless? Let me think. I don't know. How about something like really beneficial, like I don't know. I'm coming over and I'm going to bring you your favorite chocolate candy bar. And then you bring I don't know, a beef jerky or something. April Fools, and then you pull out the real candy bar. I don't know. See, I'm not really good at this. So never mind then. Since I'm not good at it, just never mind. See, I'm just trying to get that. Let me see if I can pick it up with a tissue. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just get it smeared. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Alright, let's get going. Let's put some dark green here somewhere. We can make dark green. What is that? That dark green? I'll mix green with yellow. Lots of yellow. Here we go. A little bit of yellow. Let's lighten it up a little bit with the white. There, a hazy shade of white. Just dab it in there. Put some blue in there too. A little bit of blue. Blue and white. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do hazy colors. Using hazy colors. Just put a lot of white in there. Lighten it up. There we go. That looks alright. Put some over here too. Put some orange in there. A little bit of a glow. There we go, a bit of light green and then dark green. Yesterday we went to Inverness, which is a town about 20 miles from here. And we walked in a park called Liberty Park. The reason we went there was I wanted to talk about, on another channel Rob and I do called The World Spins Fine on Her Own, I wanted to talk about a bicycle ride that Rob and I took 30 years ago. Yeah. 30 years ago, we took a bicycle ride that was 50 miles long. And the bicycle trail that we took used to be railroad tracks. There was a program, I'm going to say back then, but I think it still goes on, where they would convert old, unused railroad tracks and take the tracks up and then put a trail on there, a bicycle trail or a walking trail. And so that's what we did 30 years ago when we were 40. Now we're 70. Time flies, right? And so yeah, we went there. I wanted to show the place where we rode the bikes. Anyway, 30 years, a lot changes. And what happened was they built a memorial to September 11th. Because, and I read this online, I didn't know this, but one of the rescue workers of September 11th at the World Trade Center was the son of a man who lived in Inverness. And when his son was unfortunately killed on that day, he went. The man from Inverness went to see if he could find his son's body. Isn't that just horribly sad? But what is my? Okay. Anyway, so he went up to New York to find him, and I don't know the end of that story, but I do. It wasn't printed, but he did end up somehow. The city of New York gifted a piece of the steel beam, one of the steel beams. They gifted it to the city of Inverness. They gifted it to them as a thank you for helping. So they have a memorial there to to commemorate that. And it was kind of very touching. I didn't know it was there. It was one of those unexpected serendipities, you know, one of those things you didn't expect to see. But it was a nice, beautiful day, by the way. Oh my gosh, yes. And then we went to this little sports bar. Went to a sports bar and had, let's see, I had, what did I have? What the heck did I have? Oh, I had, gosh, don't you hate it when you forget what you ate yesterday? I always forget what I ate anyway. But I had, nuggets. What do you call them? Tater tots. That's what I had. Yep, potato nugget. I don't know what you call them. I think they're called tater tots. They were good. They were real good. Robin got a Reuben sandwich. It's one of her favorites, actually. All right, let's see what we can do here. Just trying to create, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just trying to create a background where there's some light and dark areas on these trees, and not necessarily all yellow and green, but I want to put some lighter colors. And since I started with purple, maybe I'll add some purple to it. Just maybe some unexpected colors. And I'm really using gouache, like almost like oil paint or like acrylic paint. I'm just having fun with it. When you look at water, sometimes you think about what color is it. We often go to blue, but the truth is, it's whatever's reflected off the sky, which sometimes is just a very light shade of white. A whitened shade of blue is what I mean to say. A very, very washed out blue. There we go. Little hints of yellow and white in there. All right, now let's get some of this darker here. Now you can see I'm using it like gouache. The way gouache, I guess, is mostly used. Put some little areas here and there. get it wet. Bring it all down here a little bit. Let's get some moisture on here. Trying to make this look like water here. There we go. Whoops, it was a little bit too dark. Sometimes it's just a happy accident. Yeah, sometimes you just pull the brush across and it works. And you don't even have you can't even take credit for it. It's just the way the brush fell. Maybe sometimes God is your co-artist. Ooh, a co-artist. I never thought of that term. All right, let's get some orange over here. Some like real, almost like autumn colors. And I'll wash it out. Get some white in there. Some rusty colors. All right, let's get some. Some red in there too. Some of that yellow green. Just get some dirty water, clean the brush, just spread around some dirty water here. Yeah. And let that dry. A little blue in there. Just want to get this want to add some light colors on top of the dark colors after it dries. There we go. Okay, it's coming together now. It's coming together. Starting to look like something, right? Let's get some of that yellow green in there, that light green, light and yellow. We add a little bit of yellow to it and some white. leave room for that boat. I definitely want to put a boat in here. I'll figure out how in a second. Let me see, that would be the shadow of the boat right there. Way to go still. Let me use a smaller brush, kind of a medium-sized brush. Actually, let me use a smaller brush first. Very small brush. Let's put some very fine lines in here. A few vertical lines always help a painting, especially a landscape. You put some vertical lines in there, and just little tiny lines, hardly touching the paper. Little tiny lines. All right, let's get a slightly larger brush. Let's see if I can get some very light Payne's gray in there. Very light. Almost white. Let's put some right here. So it'll look white against the dark and dark against the light. There we go. Keep working on it. See, a little better. Let's get some marks on the tree. Maybe it's a... I don't remember what this kind of tree is called. Alright, let me just keep doing it. Just keep painting these tree branches and tree trunks. Let me use two brushes for this. I'll keep one with the white on it and one with the burnt umber. Yeah, a little white line right there to create the illusion of the sun reflecting off this side of this tree here. Here we go. All right, let's keep doing it. Let's put another one right here. Get some more white out of the tube. Tiny little white lines. Just like the black lines. They do the same thing. Actually, they're not black, they're paint gray. Let's see if we can put that boat in there. Let's see, let's just get a clean brush. This looks good enough. Let's get this orange color. We'll start with that because the sunlight is hitting the boat. Just keep working it. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually, right? Eventually. Here we go. A little bit of a boat right there. Okay, let's get that orange from the boat where the sun is hitting it. guess I need a smaller brush again. I might have to clean some of those brushes. You know what I need? Get some of that white. Is that white? Yeah, that's white. Let me get some more white. There we go. Let's see. We've been doing this 40-something minutes so far. It's always nice to have a boat in the picture. A rowboat or a big old pirate ship. That's what we like to paint, right? We don't really like to paint like cruise ships unless you're hired to do an advertisement or something. Thin line right there. Let's get some of that reflection in the water. I think I'll just use the paint that's already there. Just kind of spread it around. Just use the water. Let's take that white and get that reflection of that boat in there. would like to add a few darker areas here in the foreground, and then I can put some light colors on top of that. So I'm going to do. The whole idea of putting dark down is so that I can put light on top of it. Does that make sense? Okay, we got our boat, we got our trees. I'm going to use this little one here to put some tall grass here. Lots of tall grass. Just keep putting one at a time. Maybe a little bit of weed on the end of it. Yeah, let these reach way out there. So the other day, I don't know why I'm thinking about this all of a sudden, but the other day I was in a truck stop to get gasoline and to use the restroom. And I saw for sale a GPS for truckers. And it was like $1,000, like $999. And I thought, wow, why is that so expensive? And I took a picture of it so that I could look it up later on, and I did. And when I looked it up later on, this GPS will tell the truckers so many things that like our normal GPS doesn't tell us. You know, like where's a safe place to stop, and if there's any low-hanging trees, and if there's a traffic jam that maybe the normal GPS, my GPS shows me traffic jams, but it doesn't. Sometimes it does talk to me. They'll talk to you, but you know what I mean? It warns you of something. Yeah, actually mine does do that, the one on my phone. But anyway, there must be something more to it that I don't know. For the truck driver GPS. Don't worry, I'm not going to buy one. Yeah, I am a sucker for gadgets. Absolutely, I'm a sucker for gadgets. So, yeah, I guess I've always been that way. A new gadget, and I gotta have it. Gotta have a new gadget. I'm kind of a sucker for electronics. But you know what? I was a sucker for electronics when it came to cars and stuff, and like music and stuff. But I wasn't really with art. With art, I was always kind of let's just use paint. Well, I take that back. I do use digital paint. What am I talking about? I do use digital. I love digital, actually. It's really great when it comes to doing illustrations for a book, because the person you're doing it for usually has some changes that they want made, and it's, you know, you can change a regular painting, traditional painting. You can change it. You can just go back and repaint it or paint over it. But with digital, you can just change a layer, and it makes it so much nicer. It really does. It's just a nice tool to have when you're doing children's books, which is basically the only thing I do other than these paintings. I'm enjoying it. This one's coming out nice. Boy, that boat really added something to it, didn't it? I think I like that boat. Alright, now let's add some more over here. Some green, yellow. Gotta get it wet. coming out nice. Sometimes I'm not happy with the way a painting comes out. You feel that way too? Sometimes you're painting something, you could take forever on something and then still not like it. And then other times, you do it real quickly and it's like, wow, this came out pretty nice. A few more wisps of grass here. Some foreground stuff, Whoa, that's a big piece of paint right there. Whoa. Just gobbed it on there like... Well, that wasn't good. I'll have to make it work. Alright, let's get some dark in there. Alright, I think I'm done. It's like that train. I think I can. Little train, who could? A few areas of white just in the water, just a few areas. I get a clean brush. Gotta get a brush that's gotta be perfectly clean. Come on. A little more. A little more. Let me put some white in some of those dark areas. Maybe over here on the edge. Okay, I think I'm done. Well, thank you for watching. I think that took more than an hour, didn't it? But it's not a card until you fold it. So let's fold it. Let me fold it right there on the line. And we have a nice outdoorsy looking card. There, how to paint an outdoorsy looking card with gouache. Alright kids, thank you so much for watching, for putting up with my pauses of silence as I try to think and paint at the same time. I'll talk to you later. Bye.